Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Real Bizarre. Kids. Kids can be different. They can be funny and happy, or they can be sad and moody. They can be obedient, or they can misbehave. But no matter what temperament they have, they will always be their parents' favorites. So kids you're gonna see in this video are very different from most kids we know. So get ready to see some of the most unusual children in the world. HASNAH Mohamed. It is believed that tears are a powerful weapon, but what would you say about crystal tears, sharp enough to cut paper and glass? Here's a story of HASNAH Mohamed Mezelmani from Lebanon. HASNAH always seemed like a pretty ordinary girl. She was just like every other kid, until one day she started to cry some genuine crystals. She was at school when suddenly she felt some weird sensation in her left eye. It was the very first piece of crystal that came from her eye. Needless to say, the girl was confused. When she came back from school, she told her family what happened, and while she was talking, another crystal came right from her eye. And so then Dad took her to see eye doctor, but they had absolutely no clue what was that all about. Till this day, nobody can explain this one-of-a-kind phenomenon. Anna BELYSH, Omsk's strongest girl. Anna's father loved her so much he wanted to make his precious girl world famous. And he did it. Already at the age of 8, the girl showed some pretty impressive results. She could do 1500 push-ups in just 52 seconds. This put her into the Book of Guinness World Records. By the age of 13, she could move cars weighing 2 tons. In 2016, Anna set a new record in accuracy, and in 2017 she set another record by shooting arrows using her feet. She broke the previous record set by Argentinian Claudia Gomez. Anna managed to hit the bullseye from the distance of 6 meters. And it's not all genius. Anna's record is a result of thorough preparation and diligent exercising. She said that when she first started shooting with her feet, she couldn't hit the target at all. Even her dad thought that this wasn't the right stunt for the girl, but she kept on practicing without even thinking of stopping. And so Anna already set 3 world records, and now she's a circus performer. WANG. Did you know that you can cut watermelon with a playing card? If you don't believe me, have a look at this guy. He's 11. For 6 years he's been studying at the Shaolin Kung Fu school. His name's WANG, and he cuts things with playing cards. This fella trains at least 20 minutes every day. He can throw so hard, veggies and fruits get sliced in two. BAYEZID HOSSAIN. It's hard to believe that this guy right here is a little 5-year-old boy. He looks like he's at least 80. BAYEZID HOSSAIN has a very rare genetic condition called progeria. This syndrome causes a child to age very fast. The boy lives together with his 18-year-old mother in Bangladesh. He's quite smart, but he doesn't go to school. All the other kids are afraid of him, and they often panic whenever the boy's around. Apart from looking old, BAYEZID HOSSAIN has painful joints, he's got wrinkles, and almost all of his teeth are already gone. HOSSAIN was brought to life when his mom was only 14 years old. She got married pretty early in life. There's no one who can help the aging kid. Doctors have no clue about progeria, and even shamans are clueless. Neighbors and locals are already used to the odd-looking little grandpa, and his parents are very proud of the boy's friendliness. Both parents are sad because they can't help their little son. NANDANA UNNIKRISHNAN. There are many kids out there with some outstanding buddy skills. Kids with super mental abilities is a rarity, however. A lot of people today say they have some extraordinary skills, or even superpowers, but the majority of these people are quacks. 9-year-old NANDANA UNNIKRISHNAN from India said she could read with her eyes closed. Nobody believed that, but the girl proved them all wrong, showing her amazing ability. Her mom noticed her daughter was different when NANDANA was only 1.5 years old. She was diagnosed with autism. Almost from the very start of her life, NANDANA learned to read her mom's mind. Even famous psychiatrist Daryl Trefford thinks that it's a very rare gift, and that he never witnessed anything quite like that in his entire career. Meanwhile, Nandana keeps on demonstrating her enormous talent. Alexandra SIANG. It's not easy to guess this girl's age. Looking at her tender face, we see a child, but when you look at her body, it seems like she's a young woman. It's almost impossible to tell her true age. Thanks to Alexandra's unusual looks and means of social media, this girl is already very popular. She's 14 now, and she has plans to become a model. Already now, she gets a lot of attention from different popular brands. TILUCK KEISAM. Many kids love skating, but not many kids break their own Guinness World Records. Well, that's what TILUCK KEISAM did when he did his roller limbo. The height of the bar was only 30 centimeters. One clumsy movement and there would be no record. Every morning, the 7-year-old TILUCK would wake up, have lunch, and start rolling for 3 to 4 hours. 3 hours in the morning and 4 hours in the evening. And his efforts were not in vain. He set 2 world records in limbo skating. TILUCK started training only 2 years ago. He did 116 meters in just 31.87 seconds in New Delhi. He broke the previous 50-meter record and even set the plank 7 centimeters lower than was required. Most boys of his age play games and hang around watching TV and all that, while TILUCK has a goal, and this goal is Olympic gold. I think a guy diligent as he is will surely manage. Evnika Sadvakas. Evnika Sadvakas doesn't look like the world's fastest boxer kid, but she is. This girl has some exceptional punching skills. Her speed is incredible. You can find many popular videos with Evnika on YouTube. People couldn't believe what they saw. The girl is a real genius. One time in a TV show, she promised to hit the bag 130 times in just 30 seconds. And then she did 206 punches. Her dad doesn't let her fight anybody. He's a master of sports and boxing and knows how harmful the sport can be, especially for the kid. Evnika got popular when she was only 5. Now people recognize her all over the world. Some of her videos have over 3 million views. Not so long ago, she broke her own record and hit the bag 221 times in 30 seconds. That is almost 7 hits per second. WUKA. This little Chinese guy doesn't like playing cars and teddy bears. He prefers billiard balls. 3-year-old WUKA took part in a local contest China Fitness Talent. Thanks to that, all of China heard about the boy's incredible gift. During the contest, Wang managed to pot 15 balls in just 10 seconds. Wang began playing snooker when he was only 1 year old. His dad is an absolute snooker fan, and he taught his boy how to play. Dad insists that the boy practices at least 5 hours a day. He's hoping that one day WUKA is gonna defeat Ding Junhui, the best snooker player in China right now. Videos featuring Wang are very popular. He's 10 now, and he keeps on surprising everyone with his new powerful techniques. ELISE Roberts. Do you know your IQ? Even if your IQ is 100, this 2-year-old lady's IQ is higher. This is ELISE Roberts, a genuine child prodigy. Her intelligence coefficient is 156. That's 4 points less than Einstein's. ELISE was born in London in December of 2006. She was very smart for a toddler. At 1.5 years of age, she could write and read in Spanish. She knew over 35 capitals and did a painting that was later sold for $120,000. When she turned 3, she knew how to say hello and goodbye in 70 different languages. There's a very popular high IQ society in England called Mensa. To become Mensa member, you must have very high IQ. Currently, there are 110,000 members, and ELISE Roberts is the youngest member of all. Jessie Jane McParland. Usually, boys are much more interested in martial arts than girls. But there's one girl that can beat up pretty much any boy. Jessie Jane McParland, aka JJ, aka the Golden Dragon, won 172 titles when she was only 9. She started her journey when she was only 3. JJ also does gymnastics and exercises on the trampoline. Her parents always thought, or hoped, that she'd quit martial arts after a while. Nobody thought that such sweet little angel would be so keen on learning how to fight and punch the crap out of others. That's quite unusual. Jessie has millions of fans all over the world. In 2015, she took part in the finals of Britain's Got Talent and later appeared on Ellen's show in US. And not so long ago, a 13-year-old touched the hearts of millions of Chinese. By the way, Jessie is very inspired by Jackie Chan. JAVON Walton. There's nothing weird about boys showing interest in boxing. Although that's questionable if the boy's only 2 years old. That's when JAVON Walton got interested in the art of boxing. His father was always a big fan and a boxing coach for kids, and so he made sure that his son is involved. JAVON already has a lot of skills. Whatever he does, he makes sure he does it to the best of his abilities, and he always shows results. Young Boxer has a lot of followers on Instagram, and his videos on YouTube are very popular. Boxing isn't the only thing he does. This guy is a great athlete and a good actor. He played one of the major characters in Utopia TV series. JAVON's role model is Muhammad Ali, and he's got a photo with Bernard Hopkins. Eli Busher. For some people, it's really hard to learn snowboarding, but it's not a problem for 11-year-old Eli Busher. This guy does tricks and stunts that dazzle, and he broke 2 world records. In 2016, he became the youngest snowboarder to make a double backflip. He was only 8 years old at the time. And in 2016, Eli did frontside 1080 double cork, which was crazy. Eli was born in Quebec. He started riding at the age of 2, and ever since then, the boy practices 2 times a week at the local spot. This little guy is very capable because he trains a lot, and he knows how to handle the board, and he listens to his coach carefully. And that's why Eli is better than his rivals, many of which are much older than him. AJ Stunts. Everybody loves watching bikers. They make some crazy things on their bikes. By the way, did you know that there's a thing called stand riding? You gotta be either brave or nuts to risk your life doing those insane side riding tricks. Well, looks like 6-year-old AJ Stunts from California doesn't know the word fear. He started riding his bike before he learned how to walk. AJ first sat on the bike when he was only 3. It was a small battery-powered bicycle. It only took him 3 years to become a real stand rider. At the age of 6, AJ really knows how to dazzle the audience. So, do you guys know anything about super talented kids? Maybe you're extremely talented yourself. Share your stories in the comments and don't forget to press the like button. Thank you for watching. See you next time.